Mpulse Summit is a faith-based empowerment experience. We also have our hands-on learning where you can participate in interactive workshops. We have business and branding growth where you can learn how to elevate your brand. We have personal and professional breakthroughs where we walk away with action. Celebration of excellence is what we have too, where we honor those icons and legends, game changers who have shaped the industry. I suggest you be a part of history, for this is our 7th year and it's going to be our biggest yet. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the life-changing of Mpulse Summit.
It's your boy Chris Bond in the building, and I am not Micheline Barber. I am not Micheline Barber. Of course, you know that. Micheline is out for the week. She had some throat issues, and we thank you for your prayers and covering her. But I'm going to be doing the interviews. My throat is straight. But we got a great show for you tonight. I want y'all to make sure that you share it out, get it out, because it's almost there. It's to that time. But we're about to witness the season of restoration. It's going down in Charlotte, North Carolina, September 27th through the 29th, baby. I need you to be in the building as we, Joel 225, rebuild. We're going to revive, and we are going to restore. Mpulse Summit 2025, I need you to get your tickets right now. If you have not gotten your tickets, you might be locked out because there's so many wonderful events that's going on and people are signing up every day. We already sold out on the Signature VIP. Don't even worry about that. But you still got an opportunity to come in as a VIP. Witness the off-site day party. It's going to be an all-green affair. Boots on the ground. Bring your fans. Also, we got the Mpulse Industry Mixer. All blue pajama. It's going to, we also have a popcorn with purpose. Oh, there's so much stuff going on. Let me get through this stuff. Power Post breakfast is still in the building. Sunday Post praise, worship, serve. That's still there with our very own overseer, the Pastor Major Charles Jones. We got another installment of the Men on Pause. This is the second year doing this. They loved it. They said, bring it back. The fellas want to have some. So the fellas, we got our Men on Pause. So ladies, if you got your husband, bring him to the event. Bring him to the event. He will get value. We also have the iconic Cream Awards Gala. And this is where we recognize those trailblazers in the industry. We also have, before you leave, you got to get that release all the way up off of you. You got to go free. We got to give you the release ceremony, which is an amazing, amazing event to end Mpulse Summit Restore 2025. Here are the people that's going to be a part of that 3-day educational experience that's going to restore you spiritually, personally, and professionally. You know, we offering educational sessions, main stage workshops, interactive hands-on classes. We got all kind of different things that's going to be going on with this event. So I don't want you to miss it. Also want to let the future professionals know, hey, you don't have to miss it as well. Actually, you are the future. And so we made room for you. We got a 1-day pass for you for $75. We also have the swag bag that comes with that. Then you got 2 days. If you want to rock with us 2 days, it's $99. And if you want to enjoy the whole experience like everybody else, students only, we're going to honor you with that $150 situation. So you'll get all of the experience of Restoration Restore 2025 in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Signature VIP, this is gone, guys. But let me tell you what you missed out on. Those that signed up for this Signature VIP, of course, they're going to get their personal signature on all of their paraphernalia for that event, right? And one of my guests tonight that we are interviewing, she is a part of this registration as well. And so they're going to have amazing seating. They're going to also have an opportunity to be showcased at the event with their videos or their signatures or their logos on the big screen. We're going to do that for them. And they also get, after the event, they get 3 virtual classes that they get to choose from. 5, they get 3 after the event. And so this was an amazing package deal. Micheline got this idea. The Lord dropped it in her spirit. And we were only looking for 25. Obviously, we got more than that, and that's why we shut it down. But hey, you still can get in the room with this special for $299. If you didn't want to do the Signature VIP, which is $699, there is the get in the room special. You get the network, you get the nightly lock-in, you get the Sunday Pulse, you get the spiritual release, you get all the classroom and all the interaction. You just don't get those events. But for $299, you get everything else. So if you're in the Charlotte area, you don't have to book a hotel. You can just drop in and get in the room. This $299 value is for you. It is for you. So get in the room. Hey, for those that want to package with us, you want to be a sponsor. Hey, I want to rock with you guys. And we got a package where you can, show your logo on our screens, show your commercials, especially if you're trying to get in the Charlotte market area. Man, you need to market with us. So go to our website, mpulsesummit.com. Look at those packages and see how you can be a partner with us as we continue to move forward and penetrate Charlotte, North Carolina with Restore, Joe 225, rebuilding, reviving, restoring right in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm excited, and I'm going to do this real quick. We're going to bring on our special guest tonight. And she is an amazing individual. She is one that signed up for the signature package. She's got some amazing information to share with you about natural hair. And she's also going to tell her testimony and why she believes that Restore Mpulse 2025, why you need to be there, not just her, but you in the industry. If you're feeling dry, if you're feeling like, you know what, I just don't know if I can make it, she's going to tell you why you need to be in the building. So let's invite her to the stage right now. Can y'all go get her? Make some noise right now for Nakia Samuels, y'all.
Hey.
Nakia, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Man, I'm glad that I get to do this. There's a saying, they say when the cat's away, the mouse will play.
Right.
And, I don't know why they let me interview you. They could have got somebody else that ain't as crazy as me. But I take this as a wonderful privilege to sit in this chair and to interview you and get your information so that we can spread you, get you more exposure about what you do and your passions and then also hear your testimony about restoration, about Restore and what that means to you. Give us a little information about who you are. Just kind of introduce yourself to the audience right now.
All right. My name is Nakia Samuels. I am from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I work out of High Point, North Carolina. I am a licensed natural hair care specialist. Um, I've been in the industry for 3 years. I'm solo for a year. And so my whole purpose for going into hair care, especially natural hair, is because I myself am natural. I've been natural for many, many years. And I just felt like there was a market out there that needed to know or have the information about how to actually care for our curls, whether we're wearing wigs or braids or, the installs. We still need to know how to take care of the hair that grows out of our scalp. Um, and I'm, not stuck on trends. I'm not really stuck on styles, but I'm stuck on the maintenance and the care of our hair.
Awesome stuff. Okay. So is it cool to call you Nikki?
Yes, you can call me Nikki.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Nikki. Let's let the people know Nakia Samuels is with natural hair. She's a natural hair specialist. She is the founder of, what is it?
Natural by Nakia.
Natural by Nakia. Awesome.
Yes.
And what, do you have a website or anything like that?
It is www.naturalbynakia.glossgenius.com.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to put that in the private chat, and then I'm gonna copy it in here so the people can see it and go to your site and check you out. Right? Okay.
Okay.
Right, so we're gonna start our first segment with the power of natural, because you got a whole business named after natural. So let's talk about when you first started this. How did you know that this was your ministry? How did you know this was your calling?
To be honest, when I first started, I didn't know that this specifically natural hair was going to be my calling. But as I got into it, I loved working with our natural curls. Like I like a silk press. I'm a straight, some people don't like the term, but I'm a straight natural. But I love to see how I could wear my hair straight when I wanted to. And then when I wanted to wear my hair curly, I could do that with the twist and the two strands and the braids and things like that. It was never a problem. But I found that a lot of us with the kinky, curly, coily hair didn't know that our hair was so versatile. They didn't know we could be straight and we could go from straight to curly or curly to straight. So I think for me, I was interested in educating the people, like, we can do it all. Our hair is so versatile. We could do just about whatever we wanted to with our hair, but we still have to know how to maintain our hair so that we are able to wear it straight, wear it curly, wear the braids, wear the installs, and not damage our hair. So just by working with the different textures of natural hair, I just fell in love with it, and it just became the thing that I wanted to do and the education that I wanted to put out there for others that just felt like it had to be one or the other. It either had to be straight or it had to be curly.
You built Natural by Nakia with intentions of faith being a part of the vision. And so when you talk about faith and when you interact that with your clients, what's that look like in your space?
Well, first of all, the faith part comes in because, like I said, I've only been doing this for 3 years, licensed. And I had a 9-to-5, Monday through Friday, a steady paycheck. I knew what I was getting every 2 weeks, insurance, 401k. But there was something inside of me that just kept saying that this is not where you're supposed to be.
Wow.
You have something, there's a market out there for you. You need to tap into it. And so it was a leap of faith for me to let my job go with the government and dive into doing hair. So what that looks like for me in my space is, first of all, before I start my day, before I look at my calendar or my books, I'm always asking God to send me the people that He wants in my chair. I put out content and I run Instagram and Facebook and things like that, but I always want the people that are for me.
Yeah.
and I'm for them. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like, you're doing people's hair, you're servicing them. You need the right energy around you. You need to be the right energy for other people. And then you just need that in your space. And so, and it's amazing because the people that I have serviced, they have been the people that he's brought to me.
Wow.
We minister to each other. We may not even know. It may just be a simple conversation, but I never feel like a client has drained me, or I'm like, oh my gosh, here's this one, or here comes that one. We always leave, or a client always leaves my chair, and there's always a good feeling after that service is performed.
Well, you've built it on faith, and hearing your testimony, you kind of sound like me. And,
okay.
It's one of those things where, we trust God for our provisions. The children of Israel were released from Egypt, and they had to depend on God for manna every day. And God said, I want you to just get what you need for today.
Right.
Don't go pick up stuff talking about this for lunch. This is for my midnight snack. This is for tonight.
Yeah.
He's trying to train them to totally trust me for everything, for all your needs.
Yeah.
And so that's what I hear, and that's what I'm reminded of when we say, you know what, Lord, I'm leaving that corporate job. I'm leaving that paycheck. I'm leaving that those benefits to come out here and to trust you in this wilderness called entrepreneurship land.
Yes.
And there are going to be times where, you're saying, oh, I need to get and keep, because I'm used to having a certain amount in my checking account.
Yeah.
But there's a place God wants to get us to where, trust me every day.
Yep.
Even when you don't see it in the checking account, even when it say negative.
Yeah.
And this is the whole reason why we're in the mindset of restoration, because we're restoring that first level, that first relationship with him. We're restoring that first trust with him. It's so much to this year, and I'm excited about it. We're gonna get into some questions about restoration with you as well. Let's talk about after dealing with your vision for the salon and the faith situation, what is the shift of you styling or focusing on the scalp therapy and the long-term health of the hair?
The shift is because now everybody is stuck on a trend, on a look. And so they forget about, that's not your real hair. You can't wear that forever. So what do you do when you get to the place where you have to take that install out, or you have to take those braids out? You have to know how, and you should want to rock your natural hair. And I find that a lot of people come to me because they have been doing the installs and the braids. Now that they have their hair out, it's not healthy. Braids and installs and things like that should not be an option, because it's just compiling damage on top of damage. I want them to understand that you can still do these things that are trendy and stylish, but you have to know how to take care of your hair. And so the shift for me was the education part. Me personally, I don't do the wigs. I love to look at them, but I hate to see women come in, all hope is lost, because they've been relying on these, on this commercial hair for so long, until they don't even have a relationship with their hair. Wow. So they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what products to use. They haven't been to a doctor or a dermatologist, and they're just frustrated. And so they resort back to the wigs and the installs, and then, they haven't solved anything. Like I said, they're just compiling damage on top of damage. So I just feel it's a need to put that out there, that you can do all the stylish things, you can do all the trends, but at the end of the day, you have to know how to take care of what's yours.
Mpulse Summit wants to welcome you to our 7th year. I cannot believe it's been 7 years. And this year is Restore 25. It's been 7 years of transformation, 7 years of elevation, and 7 years of divine impact. Mpulse 2025, this is the year of restoration. And Restore 25 is our charge for the season to rebuild, renew, and reclaim all that has been lost or broken. Joel 2:25 declares, I will restore to you all the years that the locusts have eaten. And this is the year where God restores our time, our purpose, our vision, and our power back into our hands. This is our season to rise, to be renewed, and to walk in the fullness of his promises. Now, what to look forward to at Restore 2025? We're building your vision with powerful speakers and spiritual guidance to fortify your purpose, renewing your mind with deep discussion panels and workshops designed to shift your thinking and to elevate, and reclaiming your power by networking with faith-based driven leaders, entrepreneurs, and creatives. And let us not forget reviving your spirit. Remember, this is not just about business, but it's about aligning with divine destiny and stepping into greatness. Mpulse Summit 2025 is here, and this is not just a conference. This is a movement, a spiritual enrichment gathering where faith meets action. So get ready to restore, rebuild, and rise, because this is your year.
All right, we are back, and we are with Nakia Samuels. Nakia has been sharing with us the importance of taking care of your natural hair and not just falling into trends and saying, oh, I'm gonna wear this style, and you don't talk about that importance of your scalp therapy. You know, that's where your true hair is. It's
Right.
the conditioning of the scalp. You can't keep that scalp clean. No wonder you can't grow.
Right.
Am I talking right, Nakia? Am I
You
talking
talking right.
Let them know where you from, Nakia. Where's your business and where you at? Where you located at?
I'm located at 213 East Lexington Avenue in High Point, North Carolina, Suite A.
Yeah. And we can find you on Facebook, and you've got your website and all of that good stuff.
And Instagram, yes.
And so we have Nakia, real quick, we'll give us that website one more time, because I think we got it on the screen now. And I think we got your phone number on here as well for those that want to check you out. So the website is what again?
It's naturalbynakia.glossgenius.com.
And the address again is where?
It's 213 East Lexington Avenue, Suite A, High Point, North Carolina.
Awesome stuff. All right, so all y'all in the North Carolina area, y'all need to hit your girl up. She will make sure that you are taken care of. Let's talk about this next segment. We're talking about stress, damage, and identity. And so there are some early signs that show up in women's scalp, and you're able to see it because you're on top of their head, but they probably just kind of feeling through it and like, this don't feel right. I gotta go ask Nakia about this. What are those situations?
A lot of situations that I've seen are thinning. It's the thinning. Sometimes it comes from medication. A lot of times it comes from tension. And so they'll, I got some breakage right here in this spot. Sometimes their hair or their scalp is a little bit tender in that area. They don't know that they have breakage,
right,
or loss, but they can feel their scalp doesn't feel right. It's itchy.
Yeah.
So those are some of the signs that I see when the client comes in that shows that there may be an issue with the scalp.
What are some early signs that a woman's scalp or hair health is under stress? Yeah, would another sign be thinning? Well, I guess thinning would be a sign that they're under stress. Is chemical usage Another sign as they are shampooing or maybe conditioning the hair, and then they look in the bowl or they look at the sink and they see maybe 1 or 2 strands, or even looking at the comb after they comb through or brush through and we see strands. Is that a sign?
We're not concerned about 1 or 2 strands. It's when you get a comb full of hair, and the short, brittle strands, like you touch your hair and it basically falls out. That's a sign of stress, probably from chemicals, relax, or color, things like that. Not treating your hair before you get these processes done will cause that type of stress. And so I do have treatments for those types of issues. But yeah, noticing a lot of breakage, brittleness, the thinning, what else? It's a lot. But like I said, those 1 or 2 strands, we're not worried about. It's just when it continuously comes out with every wash, especially if you're washing your hair on a regular, shampooing your hair on a regular, if it's coming out by the handful, that is a sign of stress.
So how do you support women who are trying to come back from these causes or these damage causes? What do you do with them?
So I offer customized treatments. But before I recommend anything, we do a thorough consultation. I find out about any medications, any allergies, like you said, stress, and not just chemical stress, but is your day-to-day stressing you? Because that has an effect on our hair and scalp health. And so after we get all of that out of the way, we sit down and discuss the best option. Are you needing red light therapy? Are you needing blue light therapy? Do we need to change up your shampoo? What products are you using at home? Are you using alcohol-based? I mean, it's a lot of things, but I support them in a way that I'm giving them education. More times than not, I give more than one option. And then I'm available. I tell them, don't feel free to text me, call me if you have any questions or concerns. And I always give them suggestions for at-home care in case you're, one of the clients that you may be able to only come once a month. I want you to know how to take care of your hair while you're at home if you can't get to me. So the support is there 24/7. They can reach me, email, text message, they can call, however they need to.
Yeah. So you mix psychology and hair care. And so how does that play into the way you serve your clients? And, what are we talking about as far as psychology?
So psychology is very, very broad, but in terms of how it's used in the service, you don't even really think about it, but you have people coming in and they just pour their hearts out to you. They don't have anybody to talk to at home, so they're coming and they're telling you about their day at work. It's just a release for them. So I learned I don't talk a lot, but I do listen. I don't give advice, but if you come and you have an issue and you just want to get that off your chest and just lay it down, then I'm always there. I listen, and I'm supportive. I, try to offer resources where I can, if I can. But you just kind of tie that into knowing your client, being able to read them from the time they walk into the door into the time they leave out. You want to kind of get that feel that they're comfortable with you and you want them to be comfortable with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, just talking with you tonight, you're an easy person to talk to. Full of knowledge, and I just feel like I can ask you anything.
Sure, you could.
Oh, thank you. Let's go into our segment 3. We're going to be talking about faith behind the chair. And this is a up and coming trending topic now, especially with what's going on in the world today. Okay. A lot of people are feeling that sense of hopelessness, and I can understand now where you start bringing that psychological mix with the healthcare, because you guys are kind of almost like therapists when they sit in your
Right.
chair.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how does faith show up for you in your salon?
I mean, it's just there. Like, it's who I am. It's always been in me. But for, like I said, for me to come step out on faith and take this journey in the hair care industry, it is who I am every day, all day when I'm in the salon. From the music that I listen to, sometimes to the conversations that I have, and I let that faith guide me, because I have wanted to walk away several times.
Wow.
But that's not what I'm supposed to do. There's a market out there for me. This is a ministry for me, and
Yeah.
people need this. People
Yeah.
they don't know they need it until it's too late, but they need it. And so my hope is to be able to sustain this so that I can reach the masses, so I can reach the people that need me, and just put the education out there. And so it's my prayer every day, if I can put out some content and one person contact me, if I can get that person on my books, let that be the person for me. Let me be the person, for that client, and let it be a successful relationship. And
Wow.
that is how I've been running since I've been on my own as an entrepreneur in the past year.
I'm going to shift gears on you. Okay. And let me set it up for you. Let me set it up for you. You hear the music change?
Yes.
All right. So I want you to kind of think about this before you answer it.
Okay.
This is something that's very impactful. It's going to be pretty powerful for individuals. Matter of fact, let me get everybody to share this out right now. Share it out. It don't cost you nothing to share. Put it in all your groups. Put it in your messenger. Let people know Nakia is being interviewed on Restore Now. And she don't even know what I'm going to ask her. So this is about to get her. She's like, oh Lord, what is he setting me up for? He didn't change the music and everything.
Right.
We talking about, in this segment, we're talking about faith behind the chair. I've asked you the question, how does your faith show up in your salon? You've already shared that with me. I want to know, is there a story where you can share with me in our audience where God sat down in that chair and his presence was felt, and there was something that happened that changed the atmosphere with a client, or even just with you by yourself? You were maybe dealing with something and you needed the Father to say something then and there. You need him now. Can you share a story that will bring encouragement to our audience right now? Somebody's probably.
So, yes. It didn't happen with the client, but it happened with me at the salon. I was there by myself. Okay.
It's going to give them the courage that they need to keep moving.
So I was really discouraged because for me, the summertime, springtime, from spring to fall is really, really slow because everybody's getting braids. I don't do braids. And money was just tight. And I'm just like, this is not what I'm used to. This is not how I operate on a regular. So I was sitting there and I didn't have a lot of signage, a lot of advertising going on. I was frustrated with the content creation and all of these things. And I was just, in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go back and get me a good government job with my benefits and my steady paycheck and everything. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm giving myself until the end of August. And if nothing changes by the end of August, I'm out. And I felt bad because it was just like, you don't want to be a failure. You don't want to be a quitter. But then at the same time, I'm like, I got a family to support. There are things that I need, but I'm giving myself to the end of August. And if nothing happens, then I'm out. And this is at a period, I think I had gone a week and a half with no clients.
Wow.
And while I was sitting there and I was on my phone and I'm on Indeed.com and, looking at all of these different job sites, Holy Spirit looked at me and he was like, you don't put a time frame on what it is that I've given you.
Ooh.
And I'm like, huh? But I can't continue like this. And he said to me, you've been gone from your corporate for X amount of years. Your lights have not been cut off. Your water has not been shut off. You still have a car. Your mortgage has continued to be paid. What's the problem? And so I had to sit back and think, we work and work and work for all the things that we want, but he gives us all the things that we need. So sometimes we just got to be still and trust and believe that we're going to get what we get when we're supposed to get it. We'll have that, when we're supposed to have it. And so it was just like, okay, so don't put a time limit on it. The same faith you left your other job with is the same faith that you'll continue to keep throughout this process. And just like you didn't move from that job until he said move, you won't move from this one until he tells you to move. So right now, as I'm talking to you today, Mr. Bond, I'm here. Whether I'm $1,000 or $1, I'm here because I know I'm here for a purpose. Like, entrepreneurship was never in my mind. I never thought about working for myself because I didn't think I had it in me to do that.
Wow.
So that same faith that he moved me with from, the county to doing here, then that's the same faith that I'm going to continue to have as I continue this journey of entrepreneurship. And, with the healthy hair movement, I'm coming up with ideas all the time and I'm writing them down. And he's giving it to me and I'm keeping record of it. And when it's meant for me to go to that next thing, I'll go to that next thing.
Keep it real with me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it get scary?
It's very scary. I was scared this morning. I went to get in my car and it wouldn't accelerate over 20 miles an hour. What is that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you got to take it to a shop, but you're scared of the price that they're about to quote you.
Sure.
So I sat here for an hour, like, am I going to take it to the shop or, but I took it to the shop and he provided. So I don't have to worry about that. And I think that's him telling me, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get scared and you get nervous, and in your head you're talking about what you're gonna do, what you're not gonna do. I'm looking for this job and I'm looking for that job. Stop playing. Like, I got you. You know this. Like, in all my years of living, he's never failed me, and I don't know why I let the little stuff. I guess because I'm human. You get the butterflies in your stomach, like, oh gosh, what am I gonna do about this bill? But he always comes through and he's like, see, I told you.
I gotta put that up. I gotta make that a banner right now. What you say? He said stop
playing with him.
stop. I'm gonna put it up. Stop playing with me. I love that. That is such a powerful affirmation. Yeah. What pushes you to continue to wake up every morning and show up? Is it phrases like this and remembering things that he's done for you in the past, and also having those times where he talks to you? Is it those moments that consistently build upon each other? And as you look back over your life and you see where he's brought you from, are those the stones that continue to, solidify your foundation?
Yes, it is those moments. And then also, I know what I asked for. And it's crazy because you ask for things, but you don't well, you should have sense enough to know when you ask for them, ask for the wisdom to be able to maintain those things and sustain those things. I asked for a flexible schedule. I asked to be able to be home with my kids. They're, teenagers. And I asked for these things not knowing how I was going to get those things. Because how do you do that with a 9-to-5? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So in asking for those things, I never knew it was entrepreneurship was going to be the thing to get me there. And then in the course of all of that, I've had some family members with some health issues that required me to be there. Without this, I wouldn't have been able to be there. I would have been tied to a schedule under somebody else's. Maybe you can take the day off or maybe you cannot.
Right.
So it's everything that you mentioned plus the things that I asked for. And so once I got the flexible schedule and the availability, then I had to learn how to ask for the mindset and the wisdom to maintain those things and to be able to function. And I get paid per client. Show me how to manage that money. Show me how to manage this time. Show me, you know what I mean? Put all of those things into perspective for me so that I can honor you in all the things that you've granted towards me. Because you don't want to disappoint. And so it's a struggle, and it takes people like your family a time for them to get used to it. But at the same time, like I said, your faith is what sustains you through. For me, it sustains me through this entire process, day in and day out.
I want to bring something to your remembrance, something that you just brought up right now.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about what triggered me is that you said something about not seeing something, but still having the faith to believe that it's going to show up, it's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought about that, and the scripture that comes to mind is Hebrews 11, where it says that faith that is seen, not seen, is not really faith. Faith that you can see is not really faith. And so let me see if I can find it real quick. I can't find it, but what I really wanted to key in on, and for our audience and our listeners, is that if you're thinking that this faith walk is going to be one of those things where you put it out there in the atmosphere and then the next day you see it, and so you're saying, well, I didn't see it today, or I didn't see it this month, then that's really not faith.
Right.
I'm trying to bring it in, Nakia. Come on, work with me. Stay with me. Be patient. Because it's what you're living and walking every day. Even today, when you got in your car and it won't go over a certain amount, you already you can let fear come in and say, here we go again. And you can get paralyzed. And then your whole mode or mood could come down and you get into this, what we call a low frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Then we start allowing anxiety and worry and stress to come in. And so now we're going through seeming like we're crawling or struggling or just getting by.
Right.
Which starts to cloud our judgment because, wait a minute, this is the same God that has opened so many Red Seas for you and allowed you to pass through on dry land, and then covered your enemies up and you saw them no more. This is the same God that's still with us.
Right.
So why do we continue to move into that mode when we saw our enemies get drowned? We were shouting and tambourining and dancing all night long. So when the car don't go over a certain speed limit, where that same energy at? Where them fans at? Now is not the time to give fear the praise and the honor, but it's to continue to build that faith up.
Right.
When those trials and tribulations come, this is another opportunity for us to get that faith and praise up.
Yeah. But you know what, Mr. Bond, and I'll say this. You say, why don't we give the fear the same praise? The faith the same praise, because the fear is comfortable for us. And the fear is what we know, and the fear is easy. So it's easy. It's real easy. Yeah, it's easy to fear and then go into the woe is me, because then we don't have to deal. Having faith is hard because you have to trust, like you said, in what you don't see and what you don't know. And it's hard to trust and believe in what you cannot put your hand on. Man, that's the answer to that question you just kind of threw out there. But the faith is what we have to hold on, because we're no good without it. We're no good without it.
No. You gotta have faith. I mean, that's the very essence of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Living this life is having faith, is walking by faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we talk about, of course, this is segment 3 we're in, faith behind the chair. We talked about how faith shows up in your salon, how you bring it. A lot of times your clients will bring it and you're there to minister to them. The Lord, you drop something in your spirit. Then we also talked about a story where God sat in the chair, showed you his presence, and he said, I don't think you know who you talking to. Who you trying to put a time limit on?
Right.
I know you. Is she talking to us? You don't tell us to do something. Who you talking to, ma'am?
Right.
And so now I wanna ask you this question: what does healing look like to you behind the chair? What does healing look like for you as far as emotions or mentally, or maybe something that happened with a client, or just anything? What does that look like?
Healing to me, I think behind the chair, it looks like satisfaction for the client. I'm confident in what I do, but a lot of times, especially dealing with natural hair and people just used to one thing and having to transition to something else, they're not confident that this is going to be for them, or that I'm going to be for them, and that this is going to work. So healing for me is when I can get that one skeptical person that is just like, I've tried everything, I've been everywhere, nothing works, nothing looks right, nothing is helping, and they get out of my station and then they're just overjoyed with the result. And then they make their next appointment before they leave.
Yes.
So they're satisfied and they're happy, and now they believe in me. So I have to show up for them. Yes. And so that's what healing looks like for me.
Wow. Awesome stuff.
Regroup tours are happening, and they're coming to a city near you. If you would like to be a part of our premium network and educational event, just giving you a little taste, a little sprinkle about what Mpulse is going to be bringing to you in September, then look for this. You can simply buy tickets on impulsesummit.com, or again, they're on @Mpulse Summit.
7 years ago, we made room. Then came the victory. Now it's time to restore. Charlotte, North Carolina, September 27th through the 29th. Prepare to rebuild, revive, and restore everything the locusts have eaten, as promised in Joel 2:25. This is more than a beauty summit. It's a transformation spiritually, personally, and professionally. Find your tribe and reconnect to a new life source for your beauty profession. Bring your spouse, because we're restoring the entire family. Men, experience the powerful Men on Pause gathering, and women, embrace your journey. And together, we unite in spiritual gatherings like Sunday Pulse and The Release. Elevate your experience with our signature VIP pass, where the entire weekend has your name written all over it. Literally, Mpulse Summit 2025, Charlotte, North Carolina. Register now for the Mpulse Summit Restore 2025, mpulsesummit.com. Register now for the Mpulse Summit Restore 2025, mpulsesummit.com.
All right, we back. Nakia, this is going to be your first year at Mpulse Summit, ain't it?
It will be.
So you excited about coming through?
I'm very excited about coming through. Yes.
With the commercials that you've seen so far, what does it look like to you?
It looks like a weekend full of fun and fellowship, and I cannot wait.
Oh man, let's go to this segment. We've already talked about faith behind the chair, and I think our last question was, what does healing look like for you behind the chair? And you told me that once your clients start seeing results, that they build their faith in you, and they got to show up. And a good sign is that they leave with an appointment. They don't leave the office without booking the next appointment. That's good stuff. So let's go to our segment 4. You got this thing called scent. Is it scent therapy and self-care? What you got going on?
Yeah, it's scent therapy. So I've been working on it for a while, for a few years. And it's just a line of body butters and sugar scrubs and body spray. Just so we can take care of ourselves as women. We do so much. And so it's just some smell good stuff that you can put on throughout the day, or when you're getting out of the shower or out of your bath. Just to kind of wind you down from a long, hard day. So I'm just kind of working on that, to put that out there, hopefully soon. Just for us girlies to have some self-care.
This going to be your own products, or what is it going to be?
Yes, it's going to be all natural, homemade, handmade, crafted with love.
I love that. I love that. How far are we? You got some stuff working in your kitchen right now? You working on some stuff now?
I've done the body butters. I'm working on the sugar scrubs now. I'm trying to try out different things. Maybe a little magnesium here to relax you.
The magnesium will knock bear out and put in your
and some foot scrubs and things like that. So I'm just trying to get it down to where I feel comfortable enough to get it out there.
Well, you talk about self-care. Like, what is, like, maybe you got some tips for us. What can some women do for self-care? Like, what should they be doing?
I think it's kind of hard to say, because, it could be so many things, could be self-care, but just kind of like unplugging from your day-to-day. Maybe taking some time away from the kids and the boo thing, and, just doing something that is just for you. So if that's like going to the movies by yourself, or going to get a massage, or just taking time out to run a nice bath with you, some candles and a little beverage, and just block out all the stuff that we have to deal with on a daily basis, and just take some time for ourselves to just like regroup, restore, all of that all those reads. We need that to keep going, because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of the people that really need us. So just unplugging for a little while.
I like that. I like that segue that you bringing us into the reads, because that's Micheline's thing. The RE means again, basically.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go into this next segment of questions. I think this is our last segment as well. And we're going to be talking about Mpulse Summit plus Restore Now. And this is where we introduce the Ree. Our first question is, how did you discover Mpulse Summit? How did you
heard about
up with us?
I'm sorry. I heard about Mpulse Summit before I was introduced when you all came to Winston. My former employer, Reanee at Stella's daughter, she talked about it from the time I started there. So she's been to the summit maybe since you started in the past 7 years. I think she's been to all of them.
All of them. Perfect
all of them. And so she was just saying how, before I leave, I go ahead and pay for the next year. So I'm already good to go, so she's never missed. And she was just talking about how transformational it was. And so this year you're doing the mini tour and you had the one in Winston. I came through and it was, what was it? It's in the room. It's in the room. And I got excited about that because it's like, she's putting it out there that there's no gatekeeping. Like if you need help with marketing or networking or, content creation, whatever you need, it's in the room. We just have to put ourselves out there, be willing to talk to people, get to know people, exchange information and just, kind of become a community. And so I was excited about that because a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm not telling you this unless you pay me, $150 an hour, or no, I'm not giving you this information. But Micheline just put it out there. It's in the room and she's not holding back. She's there to provide any and everything we need to be successful. And I'm here for it.
We're talking about Restore, and this is of restoration. Our foundational scriptures coming from Joel 2:25 talks about the locusts and the worms eating our crops. And this is God saying, I'm gonna give you back all of the stuff that you thought you lost or you thought was stolen from you. What is the divine alignment for you meeting Mpulse Summit at the time that you met us? For such a time as this. What do you think?
For such a time as this. I've been talking about that all day.
Because you've been here. It's been 6 years we've been doing this.
Yeah.
You want to show up this year.
Right. Don't be mad. I mean, like I was telling you, when I put a time limit on how long I was going to do this, I needed it. I need these types of people, this type of community in my space so that I can keep going. I have a reason to keep going. I'm motivated. I have the connections, or I will have the connections. So there's no reason for me to quit. There's no reason for me to give up because anything that I need, there's somebody there that either has it or knows how I can get it.
Yes.
So I need to be there in the room. And that's something I'm sure that I can provide to somebody who's there. So now is the time, because I feel like this is the season for me to put it in, it's full force mode. Like it's go time. No more excuses. I've been doing this long enough to know what I need to do. So now I just need to get it done. And I need to get out of that shell of being afraid of, people looking at me like, oh, well, you should already know this. And why don't you know this? Yeah. So I'm excited about going because I know that the benefit for me is in the room. And then I could possibly be that for somebody else.
Hey, I like that part that you said that you could be that for somebody else. So it's not necessarily a focus of I'm going to get, but I need to also go in the mindset of what can I bring to the table? What can I add? Mm-hmm. That's the only way it really works. When people come in and they give and they receive. You give and you don't just sit at the table, eat. As soon as you finish eating, help some dishes. You better clean up your spot.
Right.
So I like that you're saying, you know what, I'm going to be pouring out as well. And there may be a connection, somebody, God is going to send somebody that I need to connect with, divinely connect with, and then they are my next door. They're my next opportunity. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Let's talk about, do you believe Mpulse Summit is a prophetic answer for this beauty industry, or this industry that we call cosmetology?
I do. The thing is, you see so many people, influencers on social media, and it looks good. And everybody wants to be a part of the thing that looks good. And, you know, Micheline, we see the commercials and it looks, she got the lined up weekend and everybody going to be pretty and dressed up and we're going to be having fun. But even if you took all of the fun stuff away, the vision that she has is to build community.
Right.
To do this thing again is going to be better than it was last year. It's going to reach more people than it reached last year. We're going to produce more success than we produced last year. And we're going to continue. You know, it's just like she's building. She's building on everything that she's done. And it's needed because in real life, outside of social media, it's not always pretty and glamorous. It's hard. It's hard work every day. And it's long hours. And it's sacrifice. And so aside from the glitz and the glamour of what it looks like on social media, she's given us real life. It's her vision. And because she's a woman of God, we don't have a problem trusting in her vision. And she's sharing that with us. She doesn't have to. She can put it on social media and make it look like an overnight success for her. But she doesn't, and she continues to bless us year after year with what she knows and what she learns and with the connections, and she brings on people. Like I mentioned, you know, working for Reanee at Stella. Now Reanee is part of a bigger movement. You know, she's done a lot for the community of Winston-Salem, but now she's a part of this Mpulse Summit, and she just launched her product line. You see, and she got the opportunity at Summit last year. So it's necessary. It's very necessary what she's doing. And God bless her because she doesn't have to. She can just keep it all to herself. But she knows it's needed and she's willing to share. So
that's her thing, because she says it's bigger than hair. Like, we've been doing this for 7 years. This is our 7th year, but it's bigger than just hair. It's not another hair show. It's not another event where, hey, I'm gonna go see somebody cut some hair. I'm gonna go buy some products, and then I'm gonna leave with my bags and my products and put my bags up under the shelf and never see those products again, because that's kind of how it goes, right?
Right. Exactly.
What Micheline has done and what the Lord has used her to do, of course, is to impact the minds of millions and to touch them, transform them spiritually, personally, and professionally. They go 3 parts of your body right there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily get just the professional piece, and you get the skill set piece. You'll get that because we got some great educators, but you'll also get that personal side of you. You'll understand about personal branding. You'll understand about self-care. You'll understand about mental health. You'll understand about relationships. We go into that. We pull the men out and say, hey, fellas, come over here. Let's step away. Let's talk a little bit. And then the ladies go and they talk and they figure it out. And then we all come together. And not only is the professional side, the personal side, but that spirit man.
Yeah.
That's what we need the most. Like you said, we need the faith.
Mm-hmm.
We we deal heavily with the spiritual side. This is a faith-based summit, and we ain't ashamed of it. This guy's gonna meet us in the building before we even show up. If he ain't a part of it, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it if he ain't a part of it. So let me ask you this question as we start to close out real quick.
Okay.
What is some of the things that you're looking forward to when you come to Mpulse Summit and you get into the restoration part? What do you want the Lord to restore you as? Do you want him to restore you in your spirit, man? Do you want him to restore you in your personal? Do you want him to restore you in professional? Is there a specific area you want a certain restoration?
All of the above.
All of the above. There it is.
All of the above.
Big D. Big D. Get all the above. All right. Tell me in your spirit, man, what you want him to do for you in your spirit, man.
I just want him to continue to guide me and to let me not get weary when things aren't going the way that I think they should go. I just need that strength sometimes, a lot of the time, to maintain and just to keep going. Because sometimes I do let outside stuff, get into my head, and it can take a toll. So I do want him to just kind of renew that in me, to, put that fight in me to just keep going and not give up.
Where do you want him to restore you in your personal life?
Personally, I think, I let a lot of things hold me back personally because of fear of what people may think. Because I'm what I've been coined as a baby in the industry, even at my big old age. And so I think I need to, I want that I want to let go of that and just go ahead and be confident in what I do and know that what I'm doing is good and let my work speak for itself.
Amen. And where do you want him to restore you professionally?
To restore me professionally, just the will just to keep expanding, to not be afraid so much, to when I write these ideas to start researching and getting the information I need to excuse me, to just put it out there. And again, that goes back to thinking about what people may think or how I may be received. So professionally, I just want him to make me stronger in that area and more confident.
All right. My last question, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for showing up as one of our signature VIP registrants this year. You will be having your own personal signature, your own all your swag bag stuff gonna have your name on it, with your name on it. You're gonna have special seating. You're gonna have special events and special times that other registrants they're not gonna have that access, but you will. And I appreciate you sewing into you. And this is one of the benefits of being a signature VIP, sharing your brand and your passion with us, and we get right behind that and push it. Here's our information, guys. You can go to our website. If you're in the North Carolina area, you can reach her by this phone number. And then you can also drop by. Go to High Point, North Carolina. Holler at her at Suite A at 213 East Lexington Avenue. And let this amazing woman minister to your natural hair needs and whatever, because she does all hairstyles. She does it all. She don't just hang out with just natural hair, but she's doing everything. You do chemical services, color, and all that stuff, Nakia?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't do any chemicals.
So it's basically natural. I should have just looked at the name and really just believed that's what it is. That's
Right,
believable.
but
You know
I
what?
silk press, I do smoothing treatments, I do customized conditioning treatments. I just don't do relaxers and I don't do color.
That's where I got mixed up, thrown around, because I heard you talking earlier in the interview about these natural protective styles. So I went there. But
Okay.
she is one that you guys need to look into. Listen, Micheline doesn't connect with people that just are not good people, you know. And I believe that everybody that she attaches to and everybody that attaches to her, they win. So before we go, Nakia, I want you to finish this sentence for me. Here's the sentence, Nakia. Finish this sentence. If you're debating coming to Mpulse Summit, here's what I'd say.
Don't think too long. Just go ahead and sign up.
Don't
When
think
you
too
think
long.
wrong, you think wrong. So just go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Give me another one. Give me another one.
Here's what I say. If you're debating about coming to, here's what I say. Come on and get refreshed, get renewed, get revived, get all the reads at Mpulse Summit. Just come on, let's do it.
Get all the rings. That's the song. That's the rap song right there. Get all the reads. Get all the reads.
Hey.
Read. Hey, y'all check this out, man. I want y'all to know that we've had this amazing opportunity with Nakia. I want y'all to know, y'all need to be at the spot, man. We in Charlotte, North Carolina. You don't want to miss it. Joe 225, Rebuild, Revive, Restore. Mpulse Summit 2025, September 27th through the 29th. Going down Charlotte, North Carolina. Stop playing with me. That's what God said to Nakia. Don't act like you ain't got it when your daddy got it. I want to hear it. You just keep
That's right.
Be in the building. We got an off-site day party. You're going to be all green in the building. And it is going to be an amazing event. We got the MIM Mpulse Industry Mixer. We got a Power Pulse breakfast for you. We got Sunday Post for you. We got Men on Pulse. The Cream Awards Gala, the release. And it all goes down 3 days. 3 days, guys. So you don't want to miss it. You got to be there. Do it again for me, Nakia. Read.
Hey.
Thank you, Reed, for being a part. Here's what Micheline says. I love you, and what? Ain't nothing you can do about it. About it. Hey.